A really fun pattern to teach your horse on the ground is called the figure eight, and it's really great for advancing your communication with your horse, being able to control different parts of their body, and just kind of give them a little bit of a purpose by having some obstacles to go around as you're doing it. The figure eight that I'm showing here is a level 1-2 version of it. It's basically where you're getting the human to learn how to use their stick and their rope and control the different parts of the horse's body and put pressure on the right zone to be able to cause the horse to be able to make this figure eight. So this is where you're going to want to get started, just kind of showing the horse the pattern and you getting comfortable with the stick and the string. Once you've got the first part down, now you're ready to really start making a game out of the figure eight. And a good friend of mine, Jake Beerbaum, showed me how to really make a game out of the figure eight where we're getting the horse to make better choices. And so you can see here what I'm going to do is I'm not going to focus on telling the horse where to go. I'm going to show him where not to be. And so if he makes a mistake and doesn't come through there, I'm going to, instead of sending him through the figure eight, I'm just going to lift up my stick and put a little pressure on and try to get the horse to choose to go there. So you can see here he's getting way out of position. So I'm just going to, my hand is steady and holding, and then with his stick I just put a little pressure over there and said, nope, that's not where to be. And so the only place for the horse to find relief is on the figure eight pattern. There's a couple of things you need to do there. You saw me put a little pressure on with a stick and send him around because my horse tends to want to cut the corner there on the figure eight a little bit. So I'm focusing on getting him to go all the way around the cone, and then draw him forward a little bit, and then get him to choose to go between me and the cone to finish the pattern. So here you can see kind of what you're going to be going for with the figure eight. And as soon as it gets better than the time before, go ahead and bring him in. I want to show you a couple of difficult spots that the horse can find during the figure eight. One is where my horse started, which is up in front of the figure eight there. And if that happens, I just want you to focus on not pointing with your rope, but just finishing the turn around the figure eight by driving them with your stick and string to go all the way up and around the cone. Another spot that can kind of get them hung up on is they'll come over here by the wall, and you can see that's why I have the figure eight put where I have it. That way if they end up over here, what I'm going to do is my hand's going to stay down. So the hand with the rope, you can see how that just stayed down, and with the stick and the string I just drove them around there and said I wouldn't be here if I were you. And so that's one of the things that you can focus on. Now another thing is if the horse tends to cut in between you and the cone and not go out and around it. And if they do that, I just spank the ground behind them and just kind of tell them I wouldn't be there if I were you. And just by doing that a couple of times, making that an uncomfortable spot, they'll start to put effort into going out and around the cone, which is the whole idea here of getting the horse to act more like a partner and put some effort into the pattern and really have to think their way around it, so you're really having a communication, not just making them do the pattern. So give it a try, have some fun, and stay tuned for the next blog on Habits of a Horseman.